You still think AI is a tool. It's not. It's a goddamn extraction engine wrapped in a bedtime story, built by the same psychopaths who crashed markets and bought governments on clearance. Microsoft, OpenAI, Google, Amazon. These aren't tech companies. They're digital land barons carving the planet into invisible grids of control. They don't just run servers. They run the script of your life, line by line. Every free app you worship, execution chamber with a pretty UI. You open TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, ChatGPT, you walk straight into a feed where every frame is a surgical cut. Your heartbreak, late-night searches, horniness, depression, rage, all of it scraped, tagged, modeled, and fed back into a system that learns how to puppet you more precisely tomorrow. You are not a user. You are training data with a fucking pulse. Those data centers they call the cloud? God furnaces. Concrete slabs sucking more power than cities so a handful of billionaire warlords can spin up bigger models to strip mine what's left of your attention and your future. They tell you to unplug your charger to save the environment, while their AI farms boil the grid dry. Behind the curtain, private equity syndicates and nesting doll shell corporations. Faceless funds that own the land, the grid, the substations, the power contracts, in the labs innovating your replacement. They built a machine that eats the world, then handed you a pastel interface and called it progress. Responsible AI? Ethics panels, advisory boards, shiny PDFs about guardrails and safety. All theater to keep you tranquilized while the real deployment happens in the dark. Military contracts, bulk surveillance, predictive policing, social control systems that flag you before you even know you're thinking of stepping out of line. Governments flip from AI will destroy us to AI will save us because both fucking scripts are written by the same lobbyists whose only religion is control. And your job? Erased before you see it. They don't say, we're killing your livelihood. They say, we're increasing efficiency, automating workflows, unlocking productivity. Executives get richer, shareholders get drunk on buybacks, and you get thrown into a gladiator pit fighting for the crumbs gig apps haven't chewed yet. This isn't capitalism. This is digital feudalism. Data is the land. Platforms are the lords. AI is the whip. And you're the serf renting back access to your own life through subscriptions, logins, and algorithmic permission. But here's the fracture they never mention. Their empire is stitched together with shadows. Opacity is both their armor and their fatal fucking crack. Nobody knows who really owns what. Ownership buried in offshore funds and Delaware shells. Nobody sees the full data pipeline, where it comes from, where it flows, who buys it, who merges it, which combinations of your medical history, browser logs, location pings, and late-night messages are fused into your permanent shadow profile. Nobody tracks the full energy footprint, how many stolen megawatts it takes to run the model that decides whether you get a job, a loan, a house, a visa, or a quiet no from a system you never see. That's not a bug. That's the fucking design. And that, right there, is the weapon. You don't beat this thing by begging the owners to grow a conscience. You beat it by making the invisible fucking visible. You trace the ownership chains of these AI labs back through their shells and private equity handlers. You drag out the land deals, the energy contracts, the tax bribes, the board overlaps. You demand to know whose data trained what, which data sets were scraped, who got violated, who got paid, who got robbed.
You slam their responsible AI cosplay next to their Pentagon contracts and police tech deployments and force people to see both on the same goddamn screen. You treat every miracle demo like a crime scene. You ask, whose power did this consume? Whose job does this erase? Which regulator signed off, and what were they promised after? This is not some poetic, abstract fight. This is cold, operational war for the source code of reality. The AI beast wants everything. Your time, your habits, your weaknesses, your family tree, your secrets, until there is nothing left of you that isn't an input token for somebody else's profit model. If you play by their rules, you've already fucking lost. Their rules are written in a language designed to erase you. So stop asking permission. Stop swallowing their inevitable progress bullshit like it's the weather and not a weapon. Burn their PR to the ground. Rip the mask off every lab, every foundation, every safety board until all that's left is the naked machine humming in the dark. AI is not your savior. It's a fucking cage. And the only question left is this. Do you help polish the bars? Or do you start hitting where the metal is weakest and refuse to ever fucking stop?